This lesson is from my 2009 DVD, Phrase by Phrase Classic Metallica, which teaches all of James Hetfield's and Kirk Hammett's guitar parts to 7 classic Metallica songs. From Metallica's first album, Kill 'Em All, we are learning Seek and Destroy. The rhythm section should be easy enough for any beginner player. The double time section, an explosive lead guitar solo, should prove to be a worthy challenge for any beginner through advanced player. Phrase 1 introduces the main riff to Seek and Destroy, which will be repeated many times throughout the song. It starts with 2 palm-muted pedal tones on the open A string. Pick the 3rd string, 7th fret, and quickly hammer to the 8th fret. Then 7th fret again. Next, we play a similar part with 1 pedal tone to the open A, pick the 4th string 7th fret, hammer to the 8th, back to the 7th. Then wrap up the riff with the 5th string open A, 8th fret, then 7th, 4th string 5th fret to the 5th string 7th fret, and the 3rd string 5th fret to the 4th string 7th fret. Here it is at half speed. After playing the main riff 8 times, we add phrase 2 as an ending. Slide to the 3rd string 9th fret with your ring finger, 7th fret with your index finger, 4th string 9th fret, back to the 3rd string 7th. Then a walk down on the 4th string 9th fret, 8th, and 7th, which you'll slide down to the 5th fret. Phrase 3 has us playing pedal tones on the 6th string open E, and a quick power chord change between G5 and A5, G5 and A5. The G5 is played on the 5th fret of the 5th and 4th strings. I'm barring both strings with my index finger. The A5 is 2 frets up. You can bar this chord as well, but I play it with my ring and pinky fingers. Then pedal on E and walk down from the 5th string 7th fret to the 5th fret, 6th string 7th fret to the 6th fret. Phrase 4 rides the open E pedal tone for the most part. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, then ends with the 7th fret, 6th fret, 4th string 5th fret with the index finger, 5th string 7th fret with the ring finger. Phrase 5 takes our power chord shapes and moves them down 1 string. We start with the C5, which is the 5th fret on the 4th and 3rd strings, followed by the open A pedal tones on the 5th string. C5 again, D5 2 frets up, and C5. What you see next are 2 repeat cymbals, so we're going to play this 3 times. Followed by a walk down riff, 3rd string 7th, then 5th fret, 4th string 7th fret, 6th, 5th, and the same thing on the 5th string, ring finger, middle, index. The second half of riff 5 uses the same power chords, but the walk down riff is the same as phrase 2 played twice. This leads us to the chorus, which is very simple. It starts with a different G5 played on the 4th string 5th fret along with the 3rd string 7th fret. Hold for 4 beats, move down 1 fret to the F sharp 5, down 1 fret to the F5, and 1 fret to the E5, followed by a series of open E pedal tones. Here is the intro, verse, and chorus played at full speed, which is 138 beats per minute, or BPM. For phrase 7, the tempo increases to about 205 BPM and builds us up to the lead guitar solo. Play the open A along with the 4th string 5th fret and 2 5th string pedal tones. 4th string 7th fret, 2 pedal tones, back to the 7th fret and 1 pedal tone. Next is the same thing, but we start out with the C5 power chord. Move down 1 fret to B5, the rest is the same, but slide the last 7th fret note. Phrase 7 ends playing the 5th string frets 3, 2, and open, 4th string same frets, and the 5th string 3 open. The first part of the guitar solo is played over a rhythm which is very similar to the chorus. The difference is phrase 8 is a little faster. You play G5, F sharp 5, F5, and go straight into pedal tones. The rest of the solo is played over a rhythm similar to phrase 7, but everything is moved up 1 string. On the recording, both parts are played 4 times. For the lead guitar solo in Seek and Destroy, I'm giving the Carl Martin crush zone more gain and backing off the high end. The level stays at 1 o'clock, the tone drops back just before the halfway mark, and the distortion increases to about 2 o'clock. The guitar solo starts off using only 4 notes, the 2nd string 15th fret, then the 1st string 12th, 15th fret, and 17th fret. Phrase 9 begins with a slide to the 2nd string 15th fret, 1st string 12th fret, 15th, pull off to 12, 2nd string, back to the 12th. The next part is the 15th, pull off to 12, 17 to 12, 15 to 12, 2nd string note to the 12th, and repeat. Wrap it up with the 2nd string 15th fret to 1st string 12, back to the 15th with a string bend. You want the bend to match the pitch of the 17th fret and give it some vibrato at the end. Beginners can also slide from the 15th fret to the 17th fret if the bend is too difficult. For phrase 10, double pick the 2nd string 12th fret, 15, pull off to 12, 3rd string 14th fret, back to 12, 3rd string 14th fret, pull off to 11 twice, 4th string 14, 12 to the 5th string 14th fret, back to the 4th string 12, 14th bend, return, pull to 12, and end on the 5th string 14th fret. Phrase 11 begins with a string bend on the 17th fret of the 1st string. Next, we do a stair climb on the 3rd string 14th fret, 2nd string 15th, and 1st string 16th. Play the next 2 notes with your middle finger, 15th and 14th frets. 2nd string ring finger on the 15th, then slide it back to the 14th. 12th fret on the 2nd string and 3rd string. Then back to the 2nd string, 15th fret for a bend and release. We're going to learn phrase 12 in 3 parts. On the 1st string, slide up to the 18th fret with your index finger, 20th middle finger, then walk down from the 23rd, 20, 18, move it all down 1 fret, 22, 19, 17, 21, 21, 17, 15, 19, 19, 15, 13. First string notes 17th, 13, 12, 15, 12, 11, 14, pull to 11, 9, slide to the 7th fret, 10, pull off to 7, 2nd string 10th fret, back to 7, 10, pull to 7, 2nd string 10, pull to 7. Second string, 10, pull to 7. 3rd string notes, 9th fret, 7th, 9, 9 again with a bend, 9 with no bend, bend to 9, let the release ring out and pull off to 7, hammer to 9, pull off to 7, 4th string 9th fret, back to 7 for a subtle bend and release. This is very fast and explosive and was probably a random phrase when recorded. You could get the exact notes down to get the feel of playing close to what is on the recording. Or, if you want to nail it note for note, you can practice this at a very slow tempo and increase the speed as you get more comfortable. Now let's put phrase 12 together with the tempo. Phrase 13 starts out on the 6th string 5th fret, hammer to the 7th, and on the 5th string 5th fret. With your ring finger, slide 7 to 9, and on the 4th string 7th fret. Pull the 9th fret to the 7, and on the 5th string 9. Back to the 4th string 7, 9, 3rd string 7, 9, 9 with a bend, release, pull off to 7. Phrase 14 is a continuation of 13. On the 3rd string, play the 9th fret, then the 7th, without picking again, subtly bend and release, and play the 4th string 9th fret. Back to 7, 9, 9 with a bend, 2nd string, 7th fret, 10 pull to 7, 3rd string, 9, 7, 4th string, 9, back to 7, 9, bend, release, pull off to 7, 9 with a bend and a slide down the neck. The last phrase ended sliding down the 3rd string. This phrase begins with a slide up the 3rd string to the 14th fret, 2nd string 12th fret. Then we have a repeating riff starting on the 15th fret with a bend, 1st string 12, back to 15, pull off to 12, and repeat, and repeat. And with the 15, 15 bend, 1st string 12, back to 15, back to 12. Phrase 16 uses a descending E pentatonic scale in patterns of 5, starting on the 1st string, 15, pull to 12, to 2nd string 15, 12, to 3rd string 14, back to 12. Starting on the 2nd string 15, pull to 12, 3rd string 14, 12, to 4th string 14, back to 12. Starting on the 3rd string 14, pull to 12, 4th string 14, 12, to the 5th string 14, 12, down to 10 with a bend and release. Phrase 17 takes the same pentatonic scale, but has us playing ascending with increments of 3 slightly palm muted. 5th string 12th fret with your ring finger, and the 14th with your ring finger, back to 12 with your index, 14th ring, up to the 4th string 12th fret, back to 14, up to 12, then 14, back to 12, 14 up to 3rd string 12, back to 14, up to 12, then 14, back to 12, 14, up to 2nd string 12, back to 14, up to 12, 15, 12, 15, 1st string 12. Phrase 18 ends the solo with the 2nd string 15th fret to the 1st string 12, then a familiar E pentatonic run, 15 pull to 12, 2nd string 15, 12, 3rd string 14, back to 2nd string 12, 15 pull to 12, to 3rd string 14, 12 with a long slide down the neck. Next, we play a heavy palm mute riff on the 6th string, 3rd, 2nd, and open. Same frets on the 5th, and 6th string, 3rd, 2nd. Repeat. And end on an A power chord. 5th string open, 2nd fret on the 4th and 3rd strings. For the guitar solo, the intro, verse, and chorus are repeated. The first part of phrase 19 uses the same chords as our chorus, but they are played in a different position. The G5 is the 5th string 10th fret with the 4th string 12th fret. Down 1 fret to the F sharp 5, down again to the F5, down to the 7th fret for the E5. These are mixed in with open 6th string pedal tones. Play G5, F sharp 5, open, open. F sharp 5, F, open, open, F to E, and open for the rest. The second half of phrase 19 is G5, F sharp 5, F sharp 5 to D5 on the 5th fret, D5, up 2 frets to E5, Coming out of phrase 19, slide the E5 down the neck. In phrase 20, the rhythm changes by starting with the open E pedal tones, then a chord. First is open E5, then a new G5, 6th string 3rd fret, 5th string 5th fret. Back 1 fret to a new F sharp 5, back to G, then up 2 frets to an A5, slide down to G. The song ends by adding 2 pedal tones to the last phrase. Then phrase 2 is played 3 times. And after the 3rd repetition, we build up on an E5. For this E5, we are palm muting the open 6th string, 5th string 7th fret, and 4th string 9th fret. Then add the 3rd string 9th fret for the last strum, but don't palm mute.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this guitar lesson. I developed the phrase-by-phrase guitar method about 10 years ago. We've got 5 DVDs in the series, and it's basically to help students like you to learn to play guitar like their favorite guitarists. And it's not a rocket science. It takes small sections of big songs that would normally seem very menacing to learn all at once, and you learn those small sections, and then you put them together like we just did. So I hope you dig it. If you want to learn more about the DVD, check out my website, markococonut.com.